Hey TPT sellers, it's Mike Fuchigami. I'm the host of the SEO Tpreneur YouTube community, trying to make $8,000 this month in TPT earnings. My primary method is I'm tinkering with Facebook ads. A TPT seller recently asked me, what does add to cart mean? They're also running Facebook ads, except rather than go for traffic, they're setting up their ads for their Facebook pixel, and they're targeting people who add to cart. So in this video, I'm going to explain what that means and an experiment that I'm now trying to see whether add to cart Facebook ad campaigns work better than traffic link clicks. It's Monday, August 5th, 2024. I'm going to be talking about specific numbers. If that makes you feel uncomfortable, this is not the episode for you. The Sunday TPT SEO series is a much better choice because I talk about the secret developer manual that I found for TPT search. Yesterday's video is a good one because I revealed this hidden variable that TPT is keeping track of, which is probably a bigger influence on TPT SEO than conversion rate. So check out the video up there if you're curious to see why conversion rate may not be the biggest influencer for TPT search. So what does add to cart mean? Great question. On Teachers Pay Teachers, if you go to my account and then if you click on Facebook Pixel, there's a spot where you can put in a little bit of code from Facebook that basically connects the TPT website to your Facebook Meta account. And we use this for advertising purposes. The TPT website sends a signal to Meta if someone views your store or products, if someone adds your product to the wish list, or if someone adds your product to their cart. And we can use this in various ways. One way is to create custom audiences and lookalike audiences. But another way is we can use this Facebook pixel as a way to let Facebook know that when you show this ad to this person, they eventually added this product to the cart. Let's find more people like that. So up until now, I've been running my Facebook ads as traffic ads, which means I'm optimizing for people who will click the link to go to my TPT product, but then Facebook doesn't really care what they do after that. If I look at my numbers, my return on ad spend has dropped. On August 1st, overall, I spent $642. I made back $372. So my return on ad spend was 0.6. When you get a return on ad spend of 1, it means you make as much money as you spend on ads, and that's the break-even point. So I'm below the break-even point. In my last 8K episode series, I decided, okay, I'm going to cut back on the ads for my 10X email funnel that was based on something I learned at TPT Forward. And instead, I'm going to try sending my ads directly to TPT because that seemed to be working. So I ramped up my spend on my direct traffic to my TPT product, but now my return on ad spend has gone down. I've spent $820 so far. I've made back $415. So my profit loss is I've lost $405. For those of you who are thinking, I'm going to tinker around with Facebook ads, just understand that it's a process. I haven't cracked the code yet. I spent $1,000 in a previous ad campaign learning experience. So it takes a while to make it. But I think that if I can crack the code and figure it out, that eventually it'll be a money-making machine. The campaign I'm running is a traffic campaign for a product that's $3.75. It's had some side benefits in the sense that it's boosted some TPT SEO signals. So now it shows up at the top of my TPT store. So I think this product is also getting an organic boost in other areas, but it's only $3.75. And if I'm spending 15 cents, 18 cents per click, but the product is only $3 in terms of TPT earnings, there's not a lot of runway for me to recover back what I get if I sell a product. And then a TPT seller shared a screenshot of their ad campaign, and I noticed, oh, they're not running traffic ads. They're running ads to optimize for sales. And the best signal we can do on TPT is add to cart. And their ad is running to a product which is $100. It's more expensive than $3. So based on what they're doing, I've now started a new experiment, and I'm running an ad to a $50 product. And the $50 product here is one of the products that upsold from my $375 ad. So rather than sending them to something more affordable and hoping that they upsell to the bundle, I'm now just going to run ads directly to the bundle because it takes me the same amount of energy and I just have to let Facebook try to optimize and find my people. Okay, I like doing experiments. So I set up an A/B test campaign. I set up 4 campaigns that are running at $10 a day. The ad is identical. It's basically the cover of my product. And then I say, hey, middle school teachers in the first line because I'm trying to scare away elementary teachers and I want to just focus on middle school teachers. So the first campaign is a $10 campaign where it's optimized to get people who are adding it to a cart. Facebook runs the ad and it shows it to a bunch of people and it pays attention to see, okay, who is going to this add to cart page. Oh, this person went to the add to cart page. Let's find more people like that. So that's my first test. In my second experiment, I have a $10 campaign, which is triggered by the step further up in the funnel, which is add to wish list. Because some people might add it to wish list, but not to the cart. So if you're on your phone and a lot of my ads are running to people on Instagram, they can't purchase it, but they can add it to the wish list. So as an experiment, I want to see what my cost per result is. How much does it cost to get someone to this wish list stage? So it's the exact same ad, but this time Facebook is going to optimize it for people who get to the wish list stage. My third campaign is view content. TPT sends a signal to Facebook if you visit the product page. It doesn't matter which product page you visit. So if you visit the product page for the ad, or if you go to a different product page, from Facebook's perspective, they all count as a view content. So in my third campaign, I'm optimizing for this view. And then in the fourth campaign, I'm optimizing for this traffic link, which is what I was doing previously, which is just basically showing the ads to people who will click the most and hoping that they're the kind of people I want. At TPT Forward, I went to 2 sessions that talked about Facebook ads, and I chatted with a few TPT sellers on the side as well. And they're all running Facebook ads based on traffic. They're not running it based on add to cart, which I thought was interesting. We set the add to cart at the second level, at the ad set level. And you can see it says here, EduCircle's pixels, and the conversion setting is add to cart. And I was able to select that because my pixel has been up for a while. And so it's been collecting data from TPT. If I look at my overview page, I can see that the goal of the results are different. So this first one is website add to cart. The second one is add to wish list. The third one is view content. The fourth one is link click. And I just turned on those ads. So they're starting to spend money. When I run it purely for traffic on my other experiment, I was able to get 15 cents per link click. Now it'll cost a lot more to get people further down the funnel. So this is sort of an experiment to see what happens. One of the challenges of running it for add to cart is that it's going to cost more. Let's say it costs $2 per add to cart. You have to get 50 conversion events in a week in order to optimize it and for the algorithm to focus just on what it knows works. So if it's $2 per add to cart and you need 50 conversion events, then you've got to run $100 if you want to optimize it before the sale, which is tomorrow. Otherwise, if it's still in learning phase, it's just showing it to a bunch of different people. Oh, it likes these kind of people, but let's try it a little bit more with those kinds of people, to try to see whether we can optimize and figure out the ideal person to show the ad to. Now, if you want to see what your Facebook pixel looks like, under Events Manager, I'm going to click on this EduCircle's pixel. I use the same pixel for my TPT store as my websites. I made a separate one for ConvertKit, but I shouldn't have. I can see that it's collecting traffic. And if I scroll down, I can see there's view content, page view, add to cart, and add to wish list. Page view is set up by Monster Insights, so I can ignore that. When I click add to cart, I can see, yep, TPT is sending a signal to Facebook every time someone adds to cart. Now, Facebook doesn't play with iOS 14. iOS 14 has some privacy settings that block Facebook pixels. So then this is going to favor people who are using the desktop, which is what you need anyways, because you need to use a desktop in order to get to the add to cart button on TPT. But if I'm curious to see what these events look like, on the bottom, there's a button that says view details. And if I click on sampled activities, and if I click on the parameters, recently I had a ka-ching, someone bought a text puzzle, and I can see the information that was sent from TPT, which is just the name of the resource, the value of the resource, and then some numeric identifiers. If I choose a different one, I can see here's my back to school goal setting resource, which was a purchase of $375, and it has the product ID. So all of these count as an add to cart signal. When I run a Facebook ad and it's optimized for add to cart, ideally, it's catching people who land on the landing page and then add it to cart. But it might be later on they go visit a different product and add that to cart, and that would count as a success signal, I believe. And for those of you who are curious, here's my month-to-date TPT income report. It's been 4 days. Compared to last year, this time period, I made $238. This year, running ads, I've made $200, so I'm down 16%. But if I compare it to last month I was down 31%. And so if I'm only down 15%, 16% right now, then I'm hoping that I can eventually turn it around. I'm spending money basically on my education on how TPT Facebook ads work. Hopefully I can crack the code before I run out of money. So if you don't have $800 to spend and lose $400, then like this video because you can live vicariously through me as I burn through money trying to figure out how to get these Facebook ads to work. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.